Good morning, this is Vicky.
And this is Jo.
And we're the Two Natural Ladies.
And we talk about the good news we all need and ways of getting the most out of life.
We help people with practical, uplifting ways we can all make a difference.
And we're striving for better, not perfect.
And we love a good laugh. Please enjoy the show. So the next thing was many, many years ago, and again, I have this book and I thought I put it in my basket. I've got this beautiful coloured basket which is from Mexico, which came from my uncle who lives in Mexico, which is our Two Natural Ladies Tuesday morning basket.
Yep.
And I thought I put the book in, but I haven't. However, I have got the steps of a project. So
just explain. So the book was a product of this
yes,
project.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was what we called a seminar, and so there were 10 sessions of the seminar. And with this one, we got into groups. So we were in a group of 6, and it was just literally who was sitting around you when this started. Because you don't, when you start these seminars, you have really no idea exactly what's going to go on. So so we're told to get into groups, and then the first thing is the formulation of the project. So what is needed and wanted out of the space of possibility, which I love. What is the project? Give it a name. What is the possibility the project is? So for us, we decided to do a children's book. We had a very good artist in the group, so he was the illustrator, and the possibility for us was that we would give something to the children, and it was actually, it's called Oedipus Platypus, so it's about a platypus, which we thought Australian, so we were going to teach the kids and probably the adults something about platypus, I don't know, what double
Platypuses?
Yes. So what are my commitments and declarations for the project? What are the channels of communication in the project? What are the ways we will be reporting to each other, other participants in the project? What results will the project produce? What is the timeline, beginning, middle, end? Now, that in itself, like you can see that if you do those kind of structural things, how it's like the foundation of the project and getting something off the ground. Whereas if you don't quite know what you're doing, then you get to the middle and to the end and you don't even know if you've done what you planned to do because you didn't know what you started with.
They used to say that in school. You write a story,
yes.
You've got a beginning, middle, and end. And I didn't get it because I think it was. I'm like, and like I know that.
Right.
I knew that.
Right.
Well, I don't understand why that's helpful.
Well, because I think a lot of people, I always found the beginning of a story or an essay difficult.
Okay.
I would have to start writing
Yes.
what I wanted to talk about, and then I'd go back to the beginning.
Right.
So I think it's the way people's thought
Brains.
process and work. Yeah.
Right.
So I often couldn't start
At the start.
At the start, I would start in the middle, and then I'd go, oh yes, that's how it'll start. Endings, I didn't have trouble with.
Right.
Although it depends. If it was a story, it could just go on and on.
Well, exactly. And we're writing our book,
Yes.
and we don't know what the end is.
No.
There is no end.
Never-ending story.
Yes.
You can see where that came from.
Yeah.
Then the second section of a project, and I guess for any kind of writing, really, yes, is the concentration. So this is often where you box yourself in, giving yourself and others no alternative, following the instructions, establishment of trust, tightening discipline, having the project be yours, clear-cut, simple statement of short-term results to be achieved, concentration of attention, intensity, keeping your word no matter what, economy, no unnecessary action, toughness as in resilience, grinding out results, high input, low output. Now, isn't that funny? The only thing I could ever remember was the high input, low output.
Right.
Because you're in a concentration phase. You're in that phase where I like how it says box yourself in, giving yourself and others no alternative. So you can get very stuck.
Yeah.
But it is, and depending on, what's going on, that can be the time when you're spending a lot of energy, doing a lot, but not getting much.
Maybe
back.
that's where we're at in our book. Yeah.
I think we are. I think we're very much in concentration.
Yeah.
And yes, we're sort of not really even sure at this stage. Yes. And then momentum. I love momentum because the release of energy,
Yes.
spontaneity, inspiration, very high activity, expansion of participants. So this would be the time when, you know, if I'm thinking about the book, that where somebody goes, yes, we want the book, because we sent it to some places. I took it to a Justice of the Peace to say, yes, this was owned by all of us.
Oh.
However, I have no idea who all of us is because I can't see anywhere. So I know one of the people. I know who the illustrator was.
Okay.
So I would love to at some point try and get it. Or I guess I could self-publish. But anyway, it's still there.
Yes. Yeah.
As a book. And yeah, I think this is really valuable information for people when they are doing a project, to know that there are steps in a project and not just what's the word? I don't know, fly by the seat of your pants. I mean, some people it works for, I guess.
Yeah.
You've been listening to the Two Natural Ladies podcast. Visit twonaturalladies.com.au for more information. Thanks for joining us.